Mr. President and Deputy President, honorable members, our country has entered an era in which we have to work together to deliver the promise of prosperity to millions of South Africans. The capacity and strength of the presidency is critical to that mission. But that comes with the responsibility to demonstrate that we are indeed in a new era. Our system gives enormous discretionary powers to the president, and the exercise of that discretion can determine the extent to which Parliament is able to exercise meaningful oversight. Over the years, the size and scope of the presidency has expanded significantly. The agenda that you set out, Mr. President, in your opening of Parliament address and in your response yesterday is sprawling. It covers everything from the reform of executive oversight over state-owned companies to climate change and foreign policy. However, Mr. President, the growth of the presidency and its work is not being matched by efforts to ensure that the many issues that previously fell under ministries continue to be that are subject to parliamentary oversight continues to be so. This situation should not continue. Because, Mr. President, at the heart of South Africans' unhappiness about our democracy is the sense that the government leaders are not accountable. There is no one more obligated to set an example than you, Mr. President, by working with Parliament for this body to provide oversight over the work in the presidency. It is also in this vein that you need to publish performance agreements with ministers so that we can see how they align with the annual performance plans. Secondly, the manner in which you previously chose to facilitate the appointment of senior officials, such as the SARS Commissioner and the National Director of Public Prosecutions, through independent public panels is commendable, but it is not institutionalized, not by regulation and not by legislation. Please formalize it and include an expanded list of critical officials, such as the National Police Commissioner and others. While it does not guarantee a perfect outcome, it reduces the risk that comes with unfettered and secret presidential discretion. Our country ended up on its knees precisely because of this. We would also like to see you engaging the media more regularly in a way that enables them to pose questions to you, Mr. President, not just through your spokespeople and ministers. The one-way broadcast with no time for questions serve a very limited purpose and often cause people that say you can just send the country a WhatsApp. I think we can do better in that respect. South Africans want to see you engage deeply with the issues that affect their lives. They want to know that our president does not just read speeches, but is doing his job with empathy and passion. The norms you establish during the 7th administration will anchor the culture you cultivate in respect of executive accountability in the future. We have a responsibility to decide how we are going to continue to build a more perfect democracy that we hand over to future generations. Part of that responsibility is building the right institutional culture and continuing to strengthen institutions and institutional accountability. It is important, Mr. President, that you lead by example in that respect. It is greater accountability that will see us build a safe, prosperous, and equal and united South Africa in one generation. I thank you.